What's up, family? It's world-renowned author and storyteller Matt D. Talford back with another video. All right, and today we're going to do something fun. Now, I haven't done an astrology-centric video in a while, and I think we're long overdue for one. So this one, though, this one, you do not want to miss this upcoming edition of Maddie's Rap. Why? Because in it, I'm going to tell you what to look for in your birth chart that is the secret to you watching this video. The secret to you unlocking the blessings in your life, the blessings that are due to you, how to unlock them. It's already written, y'all. I'll tell you, you come to this life with a personal instruction manual, but nobody tells us that. Until now, because we are entering the age of Aquarius, which is the age of knowing. In the age of Pisces, which was the age of believing, they had us believing that looking into astrology was somehow evil. As though the creator of the planets and stars, y'all, don't even get me started. Don't get me started. Listen, I want to keep this thing fun. I want to keep it light, and I want to try to keep it short. So when I come back, I'm going to tell you where to look in your birth chart to find out where your blessings lie, and more importantly, how to unlock them. When we come back, understanding how your Jupiter placement can help you unlock your blessings and live the life you dream of living. Coming up on this edition of Maddie's Rap. Stick around. All right, family, we're back with another episode of Maddie's Rap. And again, I'm your host, world-renowned author and storyteller, Matt D. Talford, author of the books that you saw right before this video started. For more information on those books, you can click the links in the description box below, because I may or may not deal with them at the end of this video, depending on how long it goes. Now, I did tell you that I wanted this to be a short video, and I'm going to try to strive for that. So, Matt, in the intro, you talked about Jupiter and how our Jupiter placement can show us how to unlock the blessings in our lives. Let's talk about that. First of all, understand that if you have never looked at your natal chart, you need to see it. You need to see it to follow along. Now, today I'm going to show you 2 celebrity birth charts, and then I will give you my relevant placements to show you how I'm moving toward unlocking the blessings in my life, okay? So today we're going to look at one of my favorite Capricorns, fellow New Yorker Caps, none other than Mr. Denzel Washington. And then I'm also going to show you the birth chart for Michael Jordan and show you, we're going to look at it together and find out if Michael Jordan unlocked the blessings in his life. Now, you probably already say, of course he did, Matt, but I'm going to show you where that shows up in his birth chart according to his Jupiter placement. Now, why Jupiter, Matt? Jupiter is known as the planet of luck, the planet of fortune, the planet of expansion. So our greatest expansiveness, our greatest growth in this life is going to come from aligning our activities with our Jupiter placement, aligning our energy with our Jupiter placement. Now, Jupiter is the ruling planet for Sagittarius, and everybody that knows Sagittarius is 9th house energy, and Sagittarius is all about adventure. It's all about expansiveness. Jupiter is the largest planetary energy in our solar system. So Jupiter is known as a benefactor. Jupiter rewards you when you align your activities with the energy represented in your natal chart. In other words, Jupiter was in a specific position in the sky when you were born. Based on where Jupiter, what sign Jupiter was in and what house Jupiter in, based on what sign Jupiter was in and what house Jupiter was in, that is the indication of how you are going to receive the benefits or the blessings. Some people call it luck. Call it luck if you want. I don't have a problem with that. You do you, okay? Some people call it fortune. I choose to call it unlocking your blessings. Here's where your blessings are. Here's how you get to them. If you follow this script, your prescribed script based on your birth chart. In other words, I don't have the same stuff in my Jupiter that Michael Jordan has, okay? I don't have the same, I'm not in the same sign, I'm not in the same house. So, and I don't have the other things either. And I'll get into that too, because there's some extension. Listen, astrology is a beautiful, I don't even want to call it, it's math, really. Astrology is really math. When you understand it's math and science, if you will. When you understand what areas of life, what energies are governed by certain planetary acts, what's the word I'm looking for? Energies, certain constellations, and what those constellations govern, what areas are governed by those constellations. When you understand those things, then you understand how those energies work, how they work with us, how we are to work with them. And understand too that these, for those of you that want to go off on your religious tangent, okay, the sun, moon, and stars were created by the Most High, by the Creator. You can see that in the first chapter of Genesis. So now let's put that to bed. I'm going to take a short break, and when I come back, we're going to take a look at 3 birth charts, 2 of them celebrities, and one, well, you know what? Let's be positive, Matt. 3 of them celebrities, all right? Yeah, 3 celebrities. We're going to look at Denzel Washington, Michael Jordan, and Matt D. Talford. And then, again, I want you to, at the end of this, or you can follow along. You can pull your birth, you can pause here, pull up your own birth chart, and there'll be a link in the description box below to see the one that I'm using here. A lot of people have their preferences. There are a bunch of different astrologers that they have their preferred websites or whatever. I like to go with a simple, basic one that just shows you a table that has your planets, your houses, and your signs in it, and you can do the rest from there. So I'm going to go with the basic one. The intent of this is not to be an advanced astrology course. I simply want you to look at your Jupiter placement and understand how it is the signifier, or the sign, if you will, of how you get your biggest fortune, your biggest blessings in your life, how to unlock them. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to do that. You're watching Matty's Rap with author Matt D. Talford. All right, family, we're back. And first up, we're going to take a look at Mr. Denzel Washington. Now, Denzel has been one of my favorite actors for a very long time. And I got to tell you, it was pretty cool to find out that Denzel and I have a couple of placements in our birth charts in common. And you'll see it when I pull my info up. But Denzel is a December Capricorn. I'm a December Capricorn. Denzel is a Libra rising. I'm a Libra rising. Denzel is a 10th house Cancer. I'm a 10th house Cancer. Denzel is a Capricorn North Node in the 3rd house. I too am a Capricorn North Node in the 3rd house. And last but not least, Denzel was born in the great state of New York, Mount Vernon to be specific. And I was also born out on Long Island, New York. So it's pretty cool. I thought, wow, Now I don't do a good Denzel impersonation. There's a lot of people out there that do good Denzel impersonations. I don't do one. So you can laugh right now if you wanna. My man. That was terrible, y'all. That was terrible. Go, okay. Y'all can fire away in the comments. I know. I do some other good impersonations, but Denzel's not one of them. Catch me when I'm doing my Mike Tyson impersonation or my Shaggy from Scooby-Doo or whatever. I do some other good impersonations, but and I do a pretty good President Obama. Denzel, I would have to work on it. But anyway, let's get to this birth chart, okay? So we are talking about Jupiter and how Jupiter, knowing your Jupiter and understanding, more importantly, understanding. Look at one of my previous videos where I talked about how the scripture in Proverbs, the 4th chapter, talks about getting wisdom, but above all, getting understanding. So getting an understanding of your Jupiter placement and how it works, how the energy works, is what is going to help you unlock your highest blessing potential. So let's take a look what you have here on the screen. We're looking at Jupiter for Denzel Washington. Now, Denzel was born on Denzel was born on December 28th, 1954 in Mount Vernon, New York. His Jupiter is in the sign of Cancer. Okay? His Jupiter is in the sign of Cancer. So that's the first thing you want to know. What is my Jupiter sign? He is a Jupiter in Cancer. Okay? The second thing you want to know is what house is Jupiter in? His Jupiter is in the 10th house. Now let's pause there for a second and talk about that. The sign that Jupiter is in represents the energy that will help you to unlock the benefits of Jupiter. Jupiter is the astrological benefactor, okay? In some ways Saturn is too, but Saturn holds you back. Saturn is the teacher of the lesson, and then you get the reward once you've illustrated or demonstrated that you have learned that lesson. So Saturn's a little bit different. Some people call Saturn a malefactor. I don't look at Saturn as a malefactor. I look at Saturn as the Lord of Karma, the Lord of Task. Whatever karmic lesson you came here to learn, your Saturn placement is going to make sure that you go through that. And once you go through it and you learn from it, then you unlock a different set of blessings. But that has nothing to do with Jupiter. Jupiter is a benefactor right out the gate, okay? Now, Jupiter. His Jupiter is in Cancer. Again, Cancer is the energy he needs to operate in order to unlock those blessings. And then the house number is where that energy needs to be focused, okay? So when he was born, Jupiter was in the sign of Cancer, and it was in the 10th house. Now, what does that mean, Matt? Let's talk about Cancer energy. Cancer energy, Cancer is the ruler of the fourth house in the zodiac. Fourth house is the house of home, but we're not talking about that right now. Let's talk about Cancer energy. Cancer energy is about taking care of home. Cancerians are known to be private. They're known to keep their personal lives, their private lives, private. Okay, they're not outgoing with it. They're sort of introverted when it comes to that. They're like, hey, listen, my home business is my business. It's about me and my family. It's got nothing to do. Y'all don't need to know what's going on in my house. That's Cancer. Okay. The second thing about Cancer, another characteristic, is that Cancer is very protective. It's protective of itself. It is protective of the people that it loves. The third thing, Cancer energy is nurturing energy. It is all about nurturing. Again, Cancer is connected to the fourth house, which is the house of home. So Cancer is about nurturing. All right. And last but not least, certainly not least, Cancer energy is very intuitive. Okay. So any combination of those four elements of Cancer that Denzel operated in or operates in, when I say operated, I'm talking about over the course of his life to this point, would help to give him unlock the blessings or the benefits or the fortune or the luck, as some people call it. It's tied to operating in Cancerian energy, but focused in the 10th house. Now, the 10th house, his Jupiter's in house 10. The 10th house is known as the house of public image and the house of career. All right. Now, some of y'all already know where I'm going with this. Denzel has demonstrated very protective and private energy with regards to his home life and his personal life. Now, even though he's a 10th house Cancer, meaning his career, his public persona is about displaying Cancerian traits, I will say this: Denzel's intuition helped to guide his career into where he is today. He talks about that. He talks about how early on in life, he realized that, hey, you know what? I like sports, but something's telling me to go toward this acting thing. Okay. And then he started off in theater, but intuitively he was guided to film, and that is where he ended up. The rest speaks for itself. Okay. Now, there's a couple of other things we can look at here. When you're looking at the 10th house, his being his Jupiter being in the 10th house, let's go and look at his house placement or his house structure. What does he have in the 10th house? He has Cancer in the 10th house. Okay, so that's already a plus because he's already naturally a 10th house Cancer, and for him to unlock his blessings, he needed to operate in Cancerian energy focused in the 10th house. So if anything, Denzel came here blessed. He came here blessed. Now let me show you another benefactor to ensuring that he was going to get his blessings in his lifetime by operating in Cancerian energy focused in the 10th house. Watch this. If you look at the 10th house, what is the governor of the 10th house? The 10th house is ruled by Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn. Okay, so Capricorn energy is about what? It is about grinding. It is about work. It is about structure. Okay, it is about being organized, being focused. That is Cancer. Cancer energy is about Capricorn energy is about grabbing the bag. So he has Cancer in a house that is governed by Capricorn. Capricorn energy is about getting the bag. He is a Capricorn sun. You see how astrology there's this beautiful interplay with astrology. And when you see how everything links together, it forms a very interesting and intricate picture of the individual. So here you have a man who is a Capricorn sun. That is his persona. He has a Jupiter in Cancer. His Jupiter focus is in the 10th house. So he has to, in order to get his fortune, his luck, his blessings, he has to focus Cancerian energy into the 10th house. Look at his chart. He's a 10th house Cancer. Okay. 10th house is ruled by which sign? Capricorn. He is a Capricorn. So it comes right back home simply by his being himself and exercising Cancerian traits, which again, I think the biggest one for him is the privacy, the intuition, and the protected nature of Cancer, well demonstrated by Denzel Washington. And as far as his career goes, he was about the bag. That is who he is persona-wise, being a Capricorn. But watch this. I'm going to jump and show you one more thing that helped to bless him, and then we're going to move on to Michael Jordan next. Denzel Washington's North Node is in Capricorn, okay? So your North Node is your soul's destiny. I did a video talking about North Node and South Node. I'll put a link in the description box below. His North Node is in the sign of Capricorn. So basically, with his being a Capricorn sun and his North Node, aka his soul's purpose for this lifetime, his destiny being tied to Capricorn energy, all he had to do was be himself. Now remember, I told you the sign is the energy, the house is the area of focus. His North Node is in house number 3. House number 3 is governed by Gemini, and it is all about communication. It is about using the mind. It is about using the voice, speech, communication. What is Denzel working in? His field is acting. So he's using his voice and he's using his mind. Denzel is an award-winning actor. He's an award-winning director. So all of this ties together. Denzel came here blessed. He came here blessed, and all he had to do was stay on his path. And I think his career and the results speak for themselves. So that was a look at the Jupiter placement for Denzel Washington. What did he need to do to unlock the blessings in his life? He needed to operate in Cancer energy and focus it in the 10th house. He is a 10th house Cancer. Oh, wait a minute. I talked about his North Node being in Capricorn. Now, for those of you that don't believe in past lives or whatever, just stick around. It'll become mainstream knowledge again one day, okay? It'll become mainstream knowledge again one day, as it once was before the books were scrubbed by the Romans, okay? I'm not going to talk about that. We'll leave that for another day. But for those of you who do believe in past lives and that those of you who believe in the eternal nature of the soul and that we are eternal beings, not that we're fleshly beings living to get to eternity. For those of you who believe in the eternity of the soul, then you understand that you have been here before. You have been here before. So your North Node points to your soul's destiny, who you are meant to be in this lifetime. Your South Node points to who you were in the previous lifetime. And it is 180 degrees away from your north node. So 180 degrees or 6 houses away from Capricorn is Cancer. That means he brought Cancer energy here forward from his past life. So guess what he knows how to do well? He knows how to display Cancerian traits. So he came here all the way blessed. His Jupiter, the sign or the planet of blessings, his Jupiter is in the sign of Cancer. He came here with Cancer energy because he's a Cancer South node. All right. His Jupiter, for him to unlock his blessings, that Cancerian energy needed to be focused in the 10th house. He's a 10th house Cancer. The 10th house is governed by Capricorn. It is the house of career and public image. And guess what his sun sign is? He's a Capricorn. So all Denzel had to do was be himself and stay on the path, and he was going to get his blessings. That's Denzel Washington. Next, we're going to move on to Mr. Michael Jordan. Now, Michael Jordan, born February 17th, 1963 in Brooklyn, New York. I know that's going to make some of y'all North Carolina natives mad, but Michael Jordan is a native New Yorker, okay? Okay, so let's just say he's part New York, part North Carolina. Like I'm part New York, part Carolinas, all right? So it's all good. I'm a New York native, but I live in the Carolinas, okay? So Michael Jordan, born Brooklyn, New York, February 17th, 1963. He is an Aquarius, okay? He's an Aquarius, but let's look at his Jupiter placement. Michael Jordan is a Jupiter in Pisces, all right? He's a Jupiter in Pisces, and his Jupiter sign is in the 9th house. So Michael Jordan, a Jupiter Pisces or Pisces and Jupiter in the 9th house. Let's pause there. What is Piscean energy? Piscean energy is first of all, is very giving. Piscean energy is very intuitive, kind of like the same with Cancer. Any of your water signs are going to be intuitive. And back on Denzel real quick, I know I got off of him, but Capricorn is a very intuitive sign as well. So he got double intuition from Capricorn and the Cancer placements. But okay, that's enough for Denzel. On to Michael Jordan. Pisces is very intuitive. The other thing about Pisces which is ruled by the planet Neptune, the planet of dreams. Pisces is a very dreamy energy. Any Pisces that I know in my life, they're big dreamers. They have big dreams, big goals, big dreams. That is Piscean energy. Now, the 9th house is ruled by Sagittarius, okay? 9th house is ruled by Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter. So he's got a built-in benefit already because his Jupiter is focused in a house that is ultimately ruled by Jupiter. So that is a benefactor in and of itself. You talk about people and blessings showing up. Just those two placements alone show you that he came here blessed. Now, let's take a look at what Michael has in. Let's go back to 9th house. 9th house is the house of. It is the house of travel. It is the house of higher learning. It is the house of expansion, exploration. That's all Sagittarian energy, okay? It is outgoing. It is very outgoing. That's Sagittarian energy. So, Michael Jordan, is he an introvert? No. Very extroverted, okay? Sagittarius energy is extroverted, okay? Unlike Cancerian energy, which is introverted, Denzel Washington, Michael Jordan, very extroverted. Michael Jordan's private, personal, and public life have been on stage his whole career, okay? So that already is a contrast study between Sagittarian energy and Cancerian energy, but we're not going to do that here. For Michael to unlock his blessings, he needed to take Piscean energy and focus it into the 9th house. So he had to dream big. What is the 9th house ruler? The 9th house ruler is Sagittarius. What is the ruler of Sagittarius? The ruling planet of Sagittarius is Jupiter. Jupiter is about big everything. It's expansiveness. Has Michael Jordan not lived it up big? Has he not been on the biggest stages in the world already? Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's take a look at what Michael has in his 9th house. In Michael's 9th house is Aquarius. Okay, so Michael has Aquarius in the 9th house. What is Aquarian energy? Aquarius is the rebel of the zodiac. They're like, you know what? I'm breaking away from convention. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do this my way. That is Aquarius is fixed energy. It's very stubborn. Now, let me show you another built-in benefactor. Okay, and I call this stubborn. That's because it's a fixed sign. It's a fixed sign. Most people who know the fixed signs know that any of them, fixed water is Scorpio, fixed earth is Taurus, fixed air is Aquarius, fixed fire is Leo. All of your fixed signs, one hallmark of them is they're stubborn and resolute. Stubborn is not always a bad thing. Stubborn, the shadow side of stubborn can be bad, okay? But the positive side of stubborn is, or the positive side of stubborn is it's resolute. It is resolute, it is unwavering, it is focused energy. So, he is a Jupiter in Pisces in the 9th house. Let's flip over and look at what he's got in his 9th house. He has Aquarius in his 9th house. What is his sun sign? Aquarius, okay? His sun sign is Aquarius. So all he had to do was be himself. All he had to do was be himself to get his blessings unlocked. The 9th house is ruled by Jupiter, okay? Jupiter is in Pisces. Now, let's talk about that Piscean energy. Piscean energy ruled by the planet. Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Neptune is all about dreaming big. It's about dreaming big. Let me show you another little way to further break down this astrological chart and talking about Jupiter and him unlocking his blessings. We know that his Jupiter energy needs to be Piscean, focused in the 9th house. Let's take a look at what Pisces is. I just talked about it. Pisces ruling planet is Neptune. So let's take a look at his Neptune placement. Michael has Neptune in the 5th house. Do you know what the 5th house is? One of the 5th house energies or characteristics or things that is governed by the 5th house is creativity and competitiveness. So Neptune in the 5th house means you need to be a big dreamer and use your intuition. Pisces is about intuition as well. Big dreams and intuition into house number 5, which is the house of creativity. It is the house of pleasure, things that we do that make us happy. Michael told us all that he played basketball for the love of the game. So this is how all of this ties together. This is how all of it ties together. 5th house, Neptune energy, creativity. Did Michael not break the mold for the NBA and play it a different way? Now, some would say that he picked up some characteristics from Dr. J. I'm here to tell you that Michael took it to another level. And in my opinion, and at least in my lifetime, I'm here to tell you that Michael Jordan was the greatest player ever. Because some people tell you Kobe was close, but Kobe got his style from Michael Jordan. So Michael Jordan wrote the script for Kobe. Some people will say Kobe took it to another level. I'm here to tell you, I think Michael was a little bit more of a killer on that court than Kobe. Just a little bit more. Kobe was nice, but Michael is and was the man. I think he's the greatest basketball player to ever dribble the ball. People from different generations might disagree, but if you're talking these current players, none of them can hold a stick to Michael Jordan. But again, all of this loops together. Let's backtrace it, and we're going to move on to yours truly, and we'll wrap this video up. Michael Jordan, Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of the benefactor. It is the planet that tells us what we need to do to unlock our blessings and our highest blessing potential, in this lifetime, based on your birth chart, your personal instruction manual. Okay, and I got a video titled Astrology, Your Personal Instruction Manual. I'll put a link to that in the description box below. It's a video I did about a year, maybe 2 ago, and it really shows you that with everything that is built in this life, everything that's built comes with some sort of instruction manual. If you buy a refrigerator, it's got an instruction manual. You buy a TV set, it's got an instruction manual. You buy a new computer, it's got some sort of instruction manual, either digital or printed. You buy a desk that you need to put together, it has the instruction manual. You buy a car, it comes with a manual in the glove box, all right? We come with one too, and it is your natal chart. So, Pisces, Jupiter, blessings, benefactor. He has to exercise Piscean energy, and it's got to be focused in the 9th house. Pisces is governed by what? It is governed by Neptune. Neptune is the planet of big dreams, okay? If you look at his Neptune placement is in the 5th house. So the 5th house governs sports. Is one of the things that's governed by 5th house. That sports is 5th house energy. Sports is 5th house energy. The 5th house is things that we do for pleasure, and it is things that we do for creativity. Michael Jordan's pleasure came from playing basketball. Competitiveness, competition, that's 5th house energy as well. Who was the ruler of the 5th house? Leo. Leo, we know about Leo energy. Leo energy is all about me, shining, spotlight. Leo energy is spotlight. Y'all, astrology is so infinite, and it is so intertwined. It is just beautiful when you're able to decipher your own birth chart, because it gives you a better understanding of yourself. And if you know people that are close to you and you can look at their birth charts and decipher them, it gives you a better understanding of who they are. And when we have an understanding of who others are, it makes us less judgmental and more understanding. And it becomes easier to work with people when you know that, hey, they actually came here like this. Rather than contest the things I don't like, let me see how I can work with them. That's really what being the bigger person is about. But let's wrap this up with Michael Jordan. Neptune in the 5th house. Pisces and Jupiter, or Jupiter and Pisces. Pisces is governed by the planet Neptune. Neptune he has in the 5th house. That is the house of sports, competition, creativity. Now we see how this works. That Pisces energy needed to be focused in house number 9. House number 9 is ruled by Sagittarius. It is the house of expansion. It is the house of higher learning. He went to college, okay? It is the house of just expansiveness, exploration. All of that goes in the 9th house, because the 9th house is ruled by Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter. So it comes right back. It's built in. It is all built in, okay? 9th house Aquarius. This is beautiful, y'all. This is beautiful. And I know I didn't talk about the ruling planet Denzel Washington's birth chart, which is, hang on here. His Jupiter is in Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon. What is the moon? The moon is the governor of emotions, okay? Denzel Washington's moon is in the 4th house. The 4th house is the house of home, okay? It is the house of home. So this stuff is so intertwined, y'all. And home is Cancer. Which sign rules the 4th house? Cancer. So it all comes right back. All right. This stuff is, I'm telling y'all, it is so beautiful. So we talked about his moon in the 4th house. That's the house of home. Michael Jordan, who's the ruler of his Jupiter sign, Pisces and Neptune in the 5th house. That's the house of creativity, sports, competition, all of that. We can see how this stuff plays together, y'all. We can see how it plays together. And I got to tell you, Michael's intuition probably played into his becoming who he was as well. That's Pisces energy in Jupiter. All right. Last but not least, we're going to take a look at yours truly. Now, I'm not going to put my table on the screen. Why? Because I don't need y'all all up in my business looking at my other placements, okay? I'm not on the internet yet with regards to my birth chart. When it makes it there, then y'all can look at the rest of my placements. But I'm just going to put the different titles on the screen for you guys so you can see what my placements are, okay? So let's go to none other than Matt D. Talford. Matt D. Talford is a Jupiter in Capricorn, okay? Now, already you see a link there between Jupiter and my sun sign. That link in astrology is called the conjunction. It's where two different planets meet in the same sign. It's called the conjunction. I'm just going to call it matching here. So my Jupiter sign, right out the gate, you can see that it matches my sun, which when you look at your birth chart, if your Jupiter sign matches your sun, that's already telling you that for you to unlock your blessings, you simply need to be who you are. Okay. Now, I'm a Jupiter in Capricorn, and my Jupiter is in the 3rd house. What is the 3rd house? The 3rd house, and I'm going to come back to the ruling planet for Jupiter. This is beautiful, y'all. This is so beautiful. Or I won't. Maybe I won't, because maybe I don't want to talk about what my Saturn placement is. Capricorn's ruled by Saturn. Maybe I don't want to talk about what my Saturn is, okay? For personal reasons. I don't know. Maybe I don't. So maybe I'll leave that part out. But Jupiter in Capricorn, okay? So my Jupiter is in Capricorn in the 3rd house. 3rd house is the house of communication, thought. Communication, thought, speech. All right? So for Matt to unlock his blessings, He simply needs to be who he is. He's a Capricorn, and he needs to focus that Capricorn energy into the third house. What is Capricorn energy? Capricorn energy is about hustle. It is about grinding. It is about tasks, working. Capricorn energy is all about, it is the goat. The goat climbs to the top of the mountain. So Capricorn is about taking the road less traveled. There are not a lot of animals that can basically scale the rock faces that the mountain goat can. The mountain goat archetype, Capricorn, is half mountain, or the Capricorn archetype or avatar, if you will, is half mountain goat, half fish. So it is one of the hybrids of the zodiac. I tend to call it special ops. Like the Navy SEALs, they can go on land or in sea. Capricorn can go, it can scale the highest mountain, it can dive to the deepest depths. So shout out to the Capricorns out there. So Capricorn energy is about grinding. Now, let's take a look at, again, the third house. The third house is the house of communication, speech. All right. Am I not using my voice right now? Am I not using my voice? It's also, communication isn't just speech. It is also written communication. So it's not just spoken communication. It is also written communication. I've published 3 books. So for me to unlock my blessings, my fortune, my luck, I got to work. Capricorn energy is about working, okay? I have to work. I have to exercise and focus Capricorn energy into the third house, which is communication. Now, let's go and take a look at what I have in the third house. The third house, for me, is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is about expansion. It is about expansiveness. It is about travel. It is about foreign language. I love foreign languages, by the way. It is about higher learning, which is interesting because the third house energy is teaching. What am I doing on my YouTube channel? I'm teaching, basically. So, which I wanted to be a teacher coming out of high school, but when I saw that pay scale, I was like, I got to do something else to make money and find a way to teach just for the love of it. So I'm teaching now for the love of it. I had a great career in corporate America. I did 4 years in healthcare and then 16 years in information technology. Had a great career in corporate America, and now I'm teaching, and I don't have to do it for the money. I'm doing it for the love. So, not that I don't want to get paid for it. So let me put that out there. But again, Capricorn, Jupiter, third house. Third house, I have Sagittarius. Okay, what is the ruling planet for Sagittarius? Jupiter. So it links. Mine is like, it is almost like the infinity loop. It comes right back. Now, and interestingly enough, the ruling sign, the sign that governs or rules over the third house, is Gemini. What do I have Gemini in my chart? In the 9th house. That goes right back to Sagittarius. So I got all these intricate loops in here. Now, the other thing I want to note here is that my North Node, and this is very similar to Denzel, because I told you guys I have a similar birth chart to Denzel. I'm a Capricorn North Node in the 3rd house. So what does that mean? That means that my South Node is in Cancer, just like Denzel. What do I have Cancer? I have Cancer in the 10th house, which is the house that is ruled by Capricorn. So this is so beautiful, y'all. This is so beautiful. So my Capricorn, though, my Capricorn North Node is also in the 3rd house. It is in the 3rd house, which is the house of communication. So my soul's destiny is to work in the area of the 3rd house in communication. Capricorn energy in the 3rd house. So this basically says, when you look at my birth chart, that my blessings are going to come through my work, my career, exercising and focusing Capricorn energy into the 3rd house, because I'm a Jupiter in Capricorn and my Jupiter's in the 3rd house. When you look at my 3rd house, it is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is about expansiveness, expansion, going out, being extroverted. Everybody knows me, knows I'm an introvert, but they know I'm an introvert. Up close and personal, I'm an introvert, but people who don't know me, they see the Libra rising and they see me, they know me as an extrovert. And when I tell them I'm introverted and shy, nobody believes me. So I'm like, okay, ask if you can come over and see what I say. What you want to come over here for? I like my privacy. I do. So that is Matt. That is my, that's my Jupiter. I gave you guys 3 examples of how you can look at your birth chart and find out what you need to do to unlock your biggest potential for blessings, your gifts. Some people call it luck, okay? I got so many more friends. I've looked at their Jupiter placements this morning, and it is so beautiful. But the one thing I also want you to know, okay? It is important to know this. If you're having a tough time and you feel like you're just not getting everything you want out of life, look at your Jupiter placement and ask yourself, am I doing what I need to be doing to unlock my greatest, I'm trying to put these ending consonants on here, but I've been up since 3 a.m. this morning, so I'm getting a little sleepy. My greatest blessing potential. Am I doing it? If what you are doing is not in alignment with what is in your Jupiter, you're not unlocking the fullness of your blessings. So your Jupiter also can tie to your North Node. Not everybody's does. Sometimes people have to wear 2 different hats to unlock their blessings, because you have your soul purpose, your soul destiny, and these I'm gonna have to do some other astrology videos, y'all. But your North Node is your soul's destiny and your soul's purpose, what you came here to do. Your Jupiter is how you unlock your blessings, okay? Your Saturn is your karmic lessons. What lessons did you come here to learn, okay? Where's your soul's growth going to come? That is your Saturn. Saturn makes sure that you learn your lessons. What do lessons teach us? What do lessons do? Lessons help us to grow. When we learn, we grow. So Saturn makes sure you learn. Jupiter tells you how you can unlock your highest blessing potential. And your North Node is your soul's purpose, your soul's destiny. And your South Node, of course, is the characteristics you brought forward to this lifetime. So I know that was a lot. I hope you guys got something out of that. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comment section. I may consider at some point doing a live on one Friday a month or something like that, doing a live where maybe you guys can email me in advance. And this is just pie in the sky right now, so don't hold me to it. But talk about it in the comments. If you want to hold me to it, comment and say, Matt, you know what? We would really appreciate if you did that. And maybe that might make me more likely to do it. But maybe one Friday a month, I'll do something like doing a YouTube live where I take maybe 3 to 5 or maybe 5. I'm not going to do 10. That would be too much. But maybe 5. I'll look at maybe 5 birth charts based on people who wanted their information. And of course, I would not identify you, but people who wanted to log in and get some interpretation on what their Jupiter placement is. Or maybe if I do a video on Saturn, they talk about that. They want some help in those areas. I'll do those live. And for those of you who don't get yours picked, you can still pull your own birth chart and look and go along, follow along and look at your own. And maybe I'll do those on a live and just for fun and just to show my appreciation to you guys, just do a live Jupiter reading or Jupiter analysis or something like that to help you guys make sure that you're doing what you should be doing to unlock the blessings in your life based on the instruction manual that you came to Earth with, which is your personal natal chart. All right. It's been a long video, so I am not going to tell you guys about my books. You did see the thumbnails in the beginning. You will see the thumbnails in the end. Shout out to everybody who has hit me up in the comments, who has hit me up on Instagram Messenger and told me that, Matt, I ordered a copy of your book. I can't wait to read it. Or Matt, I'm reading your book. I got one subscriber out there. She's been giving me the play-by-play of what chapter she's in and the story. And it is From Fear to Faith, a Survivor Story is a fascinating story. You guys really ought to read a synopsis of it. You can click the links in the description box to do that. And I guarantee you that book is going to bless your life. It is going to teach you I said I wasn't going to talk about it. It's going to teach you how having the proper mindset can help you to overcome and achieve, all right? Overcome anything and achieve anything by having the proper mindset. I put my life out there for you guys to examine and see how I did it. And hopefully you learn from how I can deal with something that was so heavy and come out on top, that maybe you can do it too. And hopefully you won't have to deal with something that is as heavy as that. All right. So that's all I'm going to say. The other books, shout out to the people who bought Stuck in an Elevator and hit me up and told me how much you appreciate that story. I love you guys. You guys have made my life to this point thus far so exciting. It is so exciting. I'm so blessed to have you guys as subscribers. If you're new here, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you will click that subscribe button and so that you can be notified when I upload new content. And for those of you who are my returning and new subscribers who are new to the channel, and those of you who date all the way back to the first video, you guys, oh man, I love you guys. I love you guys. You guys are the reason why I do it. So thank you. I want to say thank you, and I'll end this video. Oh, by the way, if you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It helps me and it helps others to find content like this. And if you think somebody might get some benefit from this, please share this video with them, because this video is all about you and how you can unlock the blessings in your life. And last but not least, I'll end this video like I end all of them. Tell somebody you love them and mean it. How do you mean it? You have to show it. Love is an action word, okay? It is a noun as well, but when we focus on the verb form of love, showing it, the noun part always takes care of itself. I love you guys. Take care. Peace.